from a success standpoint, because as I always say, I want you guys to be as accomplished as possible. At least when it comes to talking about politics, it's more about an awareness thing and showing how you can move when it comes to, whether you want to rise to power in politics or you want to rise to power in other ways and gain skills and abilities so you can still serve the United States when we actually have an administration that does care about America and only cares about America and does not give a fuck about anybody else, of course. So something that's important to understand about that is that no matter what happens, for example, with this whole H-1B situation, with this multicultural nonsense that's going on in politics, the answer to this situation is always going to be the same. And that is going to be to grind harder and grow stronger. That's the only way that young Americans can really respond to this situation. Trump is out here disrespecting young Americans. All right, young Americans will get it out of the mud. Sure, maybe right now we can't afford homes and shit like that. But that doesn't mean you can't become as capable as possible. That doesn't mean you can't get into politics. That doesn't mean you can't get smarter now. You have all the technology available to you to learn any skills or abilities that you want to. As I was mentioning earlier, formal education is pretty much shit, which is why a lot of young Americans are fucking failing and are uneducated and are illiterate and are stupid. But it doesn't have to fucking be that way. Now that we have the internet, you can learn any skill that you want to. You can learn any information that you want to about anything and gain whatever skills or abilities that you want. So you can become capable. You can become as capable as you want to. You can basically prove fucking Trump's dumbass wrong and say, nigga, I have all the talent in the world. Fuck you mean you need H-1Bs? Fuck you mean? Look at all the skill and ability that I have. Look at what I'm able to create. And moreover, if you're able to get into politics, of course, which you should as soon as possible, then it's more like, hey, we got to change this whole fucking administration that's even willing and able to openly disrespect young Americans. You have to see this opportunity. You have to see this disrespect as an opportunity to grind and grow stronger. And that's always going to be the answer, no matter what suffering befalls you or me. Literally, you can think about anything that can happen to you right now. You can think about the worst possible things that could possibly happen to you right now. And your response is always going to have to be the same: to grow stronger and get better. Every single fucking time. It's always going to be to grow stronger and get better, no matter what. That always has to be your answer, because everything can change if your answer is always that. Because nothing can happen to you where you survive and you can't grow stronger from it. Because as long as you survive and you experienced it, you're like, okay, experience that. Okay, I learned whatever I learned from this situation. Now I am better for it. You're a man. You were meant to overcome. We're built for this shit. We're built to improve. We're built to overcome hardship. So even when you look at politics right now and things look kind of bleak and whatever for young Americans, I'm like, bro, I see a bright fucking future. We have all the reason to rage and grind fucking hard now. Now we have the motivation. I talk so much about hunger and desire all the time because that's where everything stems from. Now we have all the reason to be fucking hungry and mad because our president is over here openly disrespecting us, saying we're not as good as fucking Ching Chong from China or Punjabi from fucking India. So it's like, all right, fuck you, bro. I'm going to show you how good we fucking are. In fact, we're going to take over your fucking administration. Fuck the MAGA shit. It's America first now. Fuck Israel. Fuck the left too. Young American conservative Christian men are going to take this bitch over and show you that your little ass MAGA revolution cannot compare to any fucking degree with the America first you're going to fucking see in the future at all. Let this be the reason to grind harder. That's always the answer. Let this be the reason to grow stronger. That's always the answer. No matter what happens in politics, or no matter what happens in your personal life, no matter what it fucking is, let this be an opportunity to be like, I need to get fucking better. Because you can. You're built for this. You're a man. You were always built to reach the peak of your power, the peak of your masculinity, to have this pain, this stress, this suffering, because it forces you to grow. It forces you to fucking grow, bro. So grow.